Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your man, Frank the Tank. What's going on? Yeah, I know, look a little weird with this angle, huh? I'm on my phone. The lighting's all crappy. But I'm in my garage. It's, what? Today's Monday. You guys will probably see this on Tuesday. So I had another video, but I wanted to show you guys kind of what my plans are for the garage for this year. So I've been living here for like 9 years. And I've been adding here and there, and I had an ex girlfriend and her daughter lived here for a couple of years, so I still got some stuff here, and then I got some deck. So now I'm gonna I'll call it a deep clean slash high level reorg. So let me show you that, and then don't flip out, guys. So, yeah, it's a mess and a half. So, it's a 3-car garage. Yeah, I feel lucky. Yeah. So, this is the new car we got 2025 Trex. You know, for a budget car, it's not too bad. It's a 3-cylinder, and it's got a turbo on it. And, funny enough, the turbo looks like a normal throttle body. It doesn't seem to be too much of a dog. I mean, if you really want to get on it, it's not the car for you. But I mean, it's not a truck or anything, and it's just a day driver. So I would recommend it from that, right? Depends on what you want it for, right? But if you just have to drive fast and you want nice sporty feel, yeah. But I will give it this, like for a 3-cylinder. When I came in here, I didn't know it was a 3-cylinder. I kind of had a feeling it was, but I was just like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's a really small 4-cylinder. And then I remembered, oh yeah, these are turbocharged. But yeah, I mean, for a day drive, it's not bad. I didn't think it'd be that. Now the only thing that I'd be worried about is longevity. I know turbos, you're putting more air in, so the engine will probably wear a little quicker than normally. I think the first thing that would go is probably the turbocharger itself. They need oil, and if they get started with oil, and it's just more wear, so I think I'm going to do more oil changes than I would anticipate. It's funny, the GM schedule says like 7250, which I think that's a little high. Even using synthetic, I'm kind of like, hey, oil's cheap, engines are not, right? So I was thinking at least 5,000. If not maybe around 4,000, something like that, right? I haven't quite figured out the interval, but I'm going to be doing it a minimum of 5,000 miles. I may even do 3,000. But yeah, I mean, again, for what? At least I only had to put 22,000. I think normal sticker is about 24. It has actually heated seats and a heated steering wheel. And yeah, I know I've never had a car like that, so I guess for me it's that big. But yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. I know I'm supposed to show you guys more of the garage, but Frank forgot. Oh wait, I can use my phone. Yeah, and I can use my phone. But anyway, you can kind of see. It's got all the crazy touch screen or what I don't want to call it. I don't know. You can touch it, but yeah, it's it's not bad for a little dinky car. Well, it's not really small because here's my HHR. Yeah, yeah. This guy's called. This is a guy. His name is Vader, and this is Lisa. She's retired now. This has been my day driver. Hey man, just saying. Just saying. Yeah, whatever. YouTube, come get me. Come get me. Come on. You're gonna need multiple body bags, and that for me. Yeah. So she's got 180,000 miles on it. No engine lights. Does get that annoying little bit of rough idle after she warms up, and then you come, you come to a stop sign, right? And it's like within like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so, it starts running a little rough. So I know the tensioner for the timing chain's gone, the timing chain's, so it's definitely something going on with the timing there, and it's not that bad. And I think the throttle body needs to be cleaned up a little bit better. I'm going to plan on taking it off, and I think that even the intake manifold, there's no PCV valve, but there's like this hose and there's like an orifice into the intake manifold. And I've just seen these videos where these people, they're like gum, like it's like there's so much oil and gunk, like the little orifice that's the passage, it's completely plugged up. But I guess you get some engine codes with that one. So anyway, and then dun dun dun, this is my 2001 Camaro. I bought it brand new, so I've had it 24 years. To 2001, I think I said that, Camaro SS T-tops, 178,000 miles. So if let's see, I was 26 when I bought it. Yeah. So if I can live to 76, then I'll have it for 50 years. And that's if they allow me to own a car that has an internal combustion engine. I hope they will. I can drive it around and be like a museum, but I don't know. We'll see. Oh boy. Tires a little low. Yeah, these tires aren't that great. But anyway. So yeah, and we got room. Look, I got... And these doors, it's actually funny, the door on the Camaro door is like it's super long. It starts here and it's like all the way to here. So when the door swings out, you need a lot of room. And then these two cars kind of fit. So like it's kind of a tight fit right there at the door. And then technically I kind of, like it's close there, but I'm kind of on an angle. So I can let that little crack, I'm going to try to keep it on that one side, right? But I can, if I park it in this particular spot, like not too far forward and not too far back, look, sorry, but when I open the door, it just clears this. So I'll have to keep that in mind when I reorganize everything. I got like these things for my neighbor down the street was throwing them away. I'm like, hey man, I'll just put them in here and, you know, I'll put a use for them. I don't have too much stuff in them right now, but so, yeah, we got like all of our garden tools on this side of the wall. So, sorry, I gotta move a little bit here. So, like most of my gardening and stuff like that is right here. I got my snow shovel and broom over there, but I got an air compressor. Picked this up for like I don't want to say it was $150. It was either 125 or 150, somewhere around there. It's got a leak. It's really small. It's a very fine hissing. So I think this pressure regulator is going. So we'll just buy another one. There's an oil separator, but I don't know. It looks like junk. So, but it came with a hose. Yeah. I don't drink a ton, but that's from like 2 months worth of beer. So I'm real lazy taking my damn beer bottles back. Same thing with like Coke. These are Diet Coke. I try not to. I don't do any sugar stuff, but I might have like 2 or 3 of these on the weekend. So again, I drag my ass taking the. I hate taking bottles back. So I have a friend. I'm like, dude, just take them. So we got a big old sledgehammer. Yeah, that came in handy. It's a little dusty. I haven't used it in a while, but when I was rehabbing a house, I had to take some walls out. So that was fun with that thing. I love using that thing. I don't get to use it that often. Got some bike pump. I actually got some bikes. I got 2 Treks. That one there you see there's like a hybrid. That was my first one. And the other one's a mountain bike with 29. We'll get that out eventually. I love bike riding, but anywho, so we got, standard door, got my recycle thing. We'll figure this. I try to put the recycle here, my trash kind of here, and we'll figure something out over here. And I'm not really utilizing this shelving unit, and I had these little you know, they actually stack on top of each other. And just at the time, I had this in the garage first, and then we bought these things as like little. So in theory, I could move these and stack them with here. But yeah, we're not utilizing that very well. Little bench. It's not bolted into the wall, so we plan on moving it. And if you guys see here, I bought these. I bought all these things from like Sam's Club online, and I think like all of these were like close to. I think at the time they were 80 something. They were under $100. I bought a couple of them. I almost went all the way across, but I was like, you know, I don't know. I want to keep this part open, and I'm glad I didn't. I don't have a lot of stuff in those right now, but we'll probably put stuff that's in there. I have some old, like I have things that I probably should put downstairs. I just started putting them here in the garage, and now I kind of want to reutilize my space. So that's more like a car repair shop, if you will. I'll be leaving some things in here because there's a couple of things I only want in here because of the pain in the ass to bring it up from the basement. So yeah, I plan on moving this only because. So I have this rollout. I don't really roll it out that often. So it's kind of stationary. Spot for my floor jack and then crawler. I kind of want to put that crawler somewhere else. I just fit it there because it actually fit. It was like, oh, hey, it fits. So I just got that little chair. I got that years ago, but this one's actually nice because it's smaller. You get to roll around doing repairs. That's more better if you're sitting at the workshop. But interesting enough, when I'm here, I'm not really sitting, right? I'm here working on stuff, going back and forth. Sorry if you got dizzy there. Dizzy scare there, guys. Sorry. So I'm always putting stuff here, putting tools here, putting parts here. So I'm not really spending a lot of time here. So when I bought this, it came with that. So I didn't buy that extra. A part of me almost wants to just put it downstairs in a basement because I'm not really utilizing it, but I know what's going to happen. I'm going to put it downstairs, and then I'm going to want it. And then because it's down there, I'm going to be pissed, and I'm going to bring it back up. So we'll have to... That I'm on the fence on that one. But anyway, I had this. That's $2. I got to repurpose this. I have all my, like, electrical... And this is like more electrical for like car stuff. So I got some other organizing stuff that I got from Harbor Freight. God, guys, you know how women spend a bunch of time clothes shopping or shoe shopping? That's me in Harbor Freight. I try to not spend nearly as much as what women do, but I did buy somewhat of a larger purchase. So here's the new toolbox I got. I'm so stoked. Sorry, guys, I'm a dork, man. I'm 51, but before I was an engineer, I was working on cars because I had like crappy cars, beater cars. My parents didn't give me any free money, right? I had to work for it, right? So me and my buddies, to save money, right? We worked on our stuff. So I learned a lot that way, asked my dad about some things. I learned a little bit from him when I was a kid. But so, yeah, a lot of trial and error. But anyway, I actually got this at Harbor Freight. And I'm telling you, this thing, it looks expensive, right? And it would have been if I paid full price. But I didn't pay for. So I'm like they call it Inside Track member. And I almost didn't sign up for it. But I found a couple of things that I'm like, oh, okay, well, it only cost like, I'm trying to remember what it was, 20, maybe it was $30, just under $30 or something. So I'm like, and I found enough stuff, and I'm like, well, this is almost $30. So I'm like, hey, it's good for a year. I'm pretty sure. So then when this was on sale, it was like $150 off or something. So I'm not even sure if I paid $200 for this thing, right? And it's got these hydraulics, and this is why I got to move it, right? Oh, whoops. So, bam. So it doesn't fully go up. I don't know how critical that is, but anyway, right? Nice construction. And these lock, you know, it's got a little thing here. And it's got nice roller bearings on the side. So, you know, it feels pretty. I mean, for the money you're getting, I mean, it's not, yeah, it's pretty solid for the money. I mean, it ain't like those really big. They do have a different, this is a Series 3. They do have a heavier duty one. And the sliding bearing is massively upgraded. So, I would say they're at least as good as Snap-on, but that's the higher one. Those ones are a lot more. But the good thing with that series is it's like not only is it more heavy duty, but it's like bigger. I think the bottom though costs like $800, and then yeah. So I mean, you gotta spend some money on this, but they just lock in place, right? You won't come out. Like these ones here, they just work on a lock. I mean, I got a lock here, so you can't. But this is if it's not locked. See, that's locked there. And I don't know what's going on with this side here anyway, but like when I line it back up, this one drawer keeps coming out and I got to hold it back. But I don't keep these ones locked, but they just slide right out. And it's about the same construction. So yeah, I got a bunch of ratchets. And then I got most of my sockets and impacts. But my deep well that I bought, they won't fit. They're too high, so my 3/8, they fit, but the 1/2 inch doesn't. So, oh, look at that! Hey, what are you doing? Get back in there! What are you doing? Yeah, I think it's because of that thing right there. Anyway, whatever. We'll fix that later. Yeah. So my thought is I would use this one more as the. I mean, obviously this is bigger down here, so I want to put my 1/2 inches, I don't know, either here or here. We'll figure it out. But so my plan is to move the rollout kind of over closer to the door. How close to the door, I haven't quite figured that out. But so I want to move that. So the first thought was, oh, well, I don't need to move this. But when I measured this, it will fit, but it'll be like, I would have to move that, and it would be like maybe just a couple inches. So I'm like, right? Like, would I don't know. Could I live with it there? I probably, but I mean, it's kind of weird though. I mean, I move it out, and then it's like, all right, what the hell do I put? Right? All this would be open, right? So why wouldn't I, you know? Then we could probably find a way to do it, right? But I got all this stuff here. My snowman, my Christmas decorations. I'm going to keep that there, but I got to go through here. I got some solar panels for a generator. Well, it's not really a generator, but it's a battery bank that you charge with solar panels. And I got like 5. And so I have the unit downstairs. I don't use it that often. So this was back when I had a lot more. I didn't have half of this stuff in here, so I just left. So I should probably take those down there. And that's my bike hook or bike, whatever. Travel with my bike. I gotta find a way to put. And this wall here is not utilized at all. So what I'm gonna do on this side, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it this year, but my thought was like maybe some type of. I'm gonna call it like a shelf, like a bench shelf, right? So I'm not sure how much. I don't want to put too much down below. I just have some used wood and stuff, and I kind of use these. I gotta put these downstairs. These pool noodles. And I found this for free. I have a mop, and funny, there was a mop here. It was just at a work site. They didn't want it. They actually had it in the trash after they done. So I'm just like, okay, so wash the hell out of it. But I don't have a bucket. And the thing works, so not sure why they threw it away. But yeah, I don't want to put it there. So we got to find some places to move this stuff. I need a bigger ladder, but anyway. So yeah, and then I got, what is this? It's an indoor-outdoor heater. You can use one of your little propane tanks. So I threw it out here. I remember I think it was so big. And then that's when my ex-girlfriend and her daughter lived here, and the space was a little bit more confined. So the thing was heavy, and we got from Sam's Club. I'm like, oh, I'll just put it here, and I'll figure out where to put it. And it's been sitting here. It's been sitting here ever since I put it there. So, yeah. And then I'm trying to remember what else is here. Yeah, I better go through some. I used to detail my cars all the time, but I think some of that stuff in there. I mean, the brushes and whatnot are fine, but some of the product might not be good anymore. And we got some stuff for garage sale, kids stuff. Hey, you guys want a snowboard? Yeah, it might be too big, small for you too, but yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. So it's, I don't know. It's probably going to take a while, but my first big thing is I want to move that over there, maybe do something with this, just so that I can open up this. It just seems kind of weird not to be able to open that, but I mean, for now it's fine, but I don't want to put too much shit in here because this thing's already going to weigh a ton moving it, right? So all these drawers are empty right now. Although I won't be, I just be moving them. Yeah, I think I should move it first and then move the tools. But yeah, so that should help. And then I this stuff up here, we're going to clean it up. I think I'm going to put more of my like spray. And that's what I did with like, your brake cleaner and, all the fluids you need. I put it in I love these old crates. I used to have the original actual milk. We used to actually have milk delivered when I was a kid. But it was not the glass type. They got rid of the glass and they had carton ones. But I got some old parts. I think the Camaro brakes, I replaced them last year. So those are the old rotors and pads. And they weren't too bad, but they were pulsating in the front. So I'll probably just toss them out. I kept them just in case. I'm like, all right, I'll keep them for a year or two. And then if the brakes are fine, then I'll just toss them out. Got a big tarp up there. I think that's from the from the HHR. My old wet saw, and I think that's an old battery charger, but it doesn't work. So I'm not sure if I want to just. I'll probably yank that, put that downstairs. I think it'd be repaired, but it's one of those. All right, I'll get around to it, which will probably mean I don't get to it. But it's an old charger, so if you can fix it, the thing is like a tank. I mean, it weighs like a ton, right? But I do have a battery charger, and it's so much. The stuff today is so much smaller, and this thing was like, I don't know, like what, $12? So it works kind of like a trickle charger, but it figures it, and you can use, automotive, motorcycle. You got different settings on it, so, but it's got a logic circuit inside here. But yeah, so if you don't have one, I'd say pick one up. I mean, if you're always using your car every day, but I don't know. Again, I'm like a mechanic. You guys look at this. Look, I found this little thing. So it's like a miniature version of the toolbox. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. We'll find something cool to put it in here. But yeah, so it's got little drawers. So wait, what the heck? Oh, hey, look. Hey, Raymond, it's a Ram. I don't know if that's a 5.7, though. Dude, the old Rams were awesome. They were awesome. Those things were tanks. Yeah. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys, what do you want me to crack into first here? We got lots of... So after dinner, I might come back in here. I got some other things I need to do here, but it's just so damn nice out today, guys. It's like 63. And it's, I live in Metro Detroit. And like days like this, it's like, oh my God. You don't want to be stuck. Or at least I don't want to be stuck inside. So I went out for a long walk earlier. And, should I be out here doing something? Yeah, I don't know. it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I can work on it, but I know I'm going to be able to only work on it for like an hour or something. I got to get to bed early, and because of daylight savings, I'm going to be wrecked tomorrow. So as much as it's like I want to be out here, but I know how it works. I'm out here, time's going to fly. I'm going to, once, I might, when I get started, it might be like a little bit of a pain, but once I get started, it's like, I just keep going and going and going and going and going. And then, I won't even be tired. And then all of a sudden, oh no, it's late. And then, I'll wake up and like, holy hell, I should have not worked so hard yesterday. So I can't really, I don't know how to pace myself. How about that, right? Especially older. So, but yeah, so I don't want to be out here for like an hour or something. And then I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I didn't do anything. So I don't know. Maybe I'm second guessing myself. Maybe I'm just worried about nothing. Maybe I should take my own advice and just be like, yeah, dude, just come out here, do what you can. If you feel like you didn't do anything, you did something because you came out here. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But so I'm not gonna rush anything. Oh yeah, and I got this thing I gotta hang up. This is it hangs your all these all your power tools. So I have a hammer drill, and then what you see in there, these are actually impacts. Oh my gosh, I should have bought these years ago. They are awesome. So this is my 1/2-inch drive. So it's just a torque like gun, right? And they got ratchets too. And I'm like, oh god, I gotta get those, right? So that's a 1/2 inch. I got a 3/8. This thing's actually pretty light. It's pretty nimble. So, and then I don't know. I think I picked this up. I think I got this thing for free. How did you get it for free, Frank? Well, I did like a side gig. What was it? 2 years ago? I can't remember. So we were cleaning out like foreclosures or whatever. So I was like, all right, they finally left or whatever, right? So it'd be after the redemption period. So yeah, there was a full one of these, and the battery and the charger, right? So it wasn't just the tool. So I was like, holy hell. We got some other things. I think that's where I got that one toolbox. And then there was a toolbox with like, I call them, I don't want to say salvage tools, but someone just threw a bunch of tools in this box. So I think I got most of the tools in there. But yeah, I want to get more power tool. I know. Guys, I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind. I do this as a hobby. It's ironic, right? And maybe some of you guys get it, right? Like I'm an engineer, but I'm telling you, even though I'm old, I'd rather do this shit. And I know my dad's like, no, because back then, mechanics weren't really paid very well. I don't know if they're really paid well now, but they needed more engineers, and engineers got paid a ton of money back then, right? But when I got in, I don't want to say it was horrible, but it wasn't great. But with the technology, I'm pretty sure my engineering is going to be safe for quite some time, because AI really can't duplicate what we do. So that's good for now, but who knows what the future can hold. But with that said, right, like a lot of like manual labor, AI can't do it, right? Like Raymond talks it all the time, right? AI ain't gonna come in and do your HVAC. And even if I don't use this skill, right? Like I know a lot of this stuff, and I just like doing it. I want to learn more, right? Like this engine needs a new timing chain, so I gotta tear a lot of this car apart. And I never know, right? I might actually need to get a valve job. Like I maybe the head gasket's got a slight crack, right? So I could take that thing off. I've done that before. I've put a new head gasket on. But you know what I'm saying? Like if I need to, I don't need this car every day, right? So I can use it as a guinea pig, right? To learn more stuff, right? I need to learn hands-on. I can read something, but it's just like, dude, just show me, right? Like have me do the work, and then I'm like, all right, I know how to do it, right? But getting back to the AI thing, right? The AI can't remove bullshit. Eventually, maybe they'll have the robots, and then you gotta make the robots cheap enough, right? And then the robots gotta be able to, either you make the tool specific for the robot, right? But there's going to be a lot of things that it's just going to be, all right, we can't make it cheap enough, right? So you're still going to need some type of manual labor. I need a little water. But with that said, this is like a hobby. I'm a weekend warrior type of thing. I have way too many interests. That's one thing that I do, right? So I was doing this a lot, and I do it more in the spring, summer, and the fall. Winter, I keep it pretty low, and I'm pretty sure if anyone has any, I live in Michigan. If you live in the Midwest, man, the winters are pretty brutal. I was out here a few times fixing this thing, so I wasn't out here all day, but, in the summertime, I'm out here, Saturday, Sunday, pretty much from I'd say 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm done until 8, or basically when it gets dark, right? So anyway, just want to show you guys what's going on. I got a project down here. I got projects everywhere, guys. I got to clean up my downstairs basement. So I was doing that kind of like this winter. But now that's super nice right now, I'm like, all right, hold, that's on hold. Right, let's do some of this. And I know in a couple of, a week or two, it's just going to get cold. So we'll do a little bit here this week. I think it's going to go back down into the 40s later on this week. So maybe I'll go back down there this weekend or Friday. So what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see? Yeah, we come on, guys. Respond. Engage, man. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that. So anyway, hopefully you guys had fun. Hopefully you guys got a little peek into what Frank likes to do. I like to actually get my hands dirty. I'm an actual engineer, and I actually like getting my hands dirty. So it's actually served me very well in my life, being both, right? To see what, how the things are designed, and then see how the things are actually built and processed. And it's really helped me in life, not just for mechanically or in my work capacity, right? It's one of those things where you gotta be curious and you want to know, right? Sometimes, and then you got to have the motivation, or you just have to have the curiosity. For me, it's just like, hey, man, I like working on cars. Let me try this new tool. That's another thing. I'm maybe I'm too inquisitive, or I always have the, how hard can it be type of method, right? Sometimes I get myself in trouble that way, right? But that's when you go, okay, right? And then you want to be smart about it, right? That's why, oh, hey, if I start tearing the hell out of this thing, right? I don't have to worry about it, right? I got my summer car, and then we got our new day driver, right? So, I can't get any money for her. So, we'll drive it. I got to go to 7-Eleven 2 miles away or whatever, get some milk, or, hey, one day or two I got to drive it into work, right? Because I don't have any engine lights. It's just getting old. So she needs some work. But we'll just retire her. But yeah, dude, you see the dent, right? And I call it the typical GM thing. After so many years, your bottom of your door sills start to rust. And I think the passenger one is worse. Yeah, you can't quite. Yeah, see how that right there? So, and then GM put some type of painted sticker. I tried to take it off. I can't take it off. It's stuck on there. So yeah, it's just in Michigan we salt the hell out of our roads. So she's got paint chips. She's got people hitting in the back here. Look at that. Look, it's so old. Look at the emblem is bubbling. Yeah. So, you can find one of those, but the car ain't worth it. But hey, she still works. So from that perspective, but yeah, what's someone gonna give me, right? I'd be shocked if someone gave me $1,000 for it, right? So for me, I don't need the $1,000 right now, so we'll just keep it as our backup emergency car. Anyway, guys, sorry I babbled. Yeah, I spent too much time, and it's been Wow, actually 34 minutes. So, yeah, maybe I don't have the worst garage, but yeah, you guys caught me in the middle of reorganizing because I just started doing this. So, the basement's pretty bad too because I have stuff in the basement that has to come up here and stuff from here that's got to go down there. So, I've been dragging my feet for years on doing both. So it's one of those, hey, if you do a little bit of maintenance and that, whatnot. But I'm more like, hey, I'd rather just crank a big job out and then, I'm kind of like the builder. I hate maintenance. It's ironic because I like maintaining cars. So that's kind of weird, right? But like when it comes to like planning, putting plants in or, hey, doing a job and finish. I love making it, right? Or destroying it, right? But, heaven forbid, hey, can you come on here and just check everything and do the maintenance? It's like, ugh. Seems boring, right? So I call it a different type of mentality, a different type of person. So people that are like that, they're needed, right? So, but anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. I don't necessarily need subscribers. I just want content. I just want to help out. I don't even really necessarily have to get money on this thing. I just want to help other people find out what it is that they want to do, right? I think we're all trying to figure that out in life. I'm 51 and sometimes I'm still finding that out. So don't feel too bad, right? But with that said, I appreciate you stopping by because the views help for motivation to keep going forward and to keep doing these videos. So with that said, have a great day. Frank the Tank is out.